What's good, y'all? This is Trappin With Gods podcast. I'm Angela with the goods.
What's up? I'm your girl Keisha. What's happening?
And we're so grateful that y'all are here as usual.
Absolutely.
And shout out to everybody that's been listening and giving feedback. Yeah.
For sure. Well, just shout out to, what's the name of the brand?
Country Bumpkin.
Country Bumpkin. This is his shirt. Angela actually wore his. You wore it to the podcast fest?
Yeah.
Yeah. To the podcast fest, Country Bumpkin.
Yeah, that jump fire right there.
Big worm, big perm. So yeah, we just want to shout out his brand. It's a young black entrepreneur doing his thing. He got a storefront.
His store's in Atlantic Station.
Check him out. He's a real cool brother. We told him he's gonna come on our podcast, so look out.
He was looking for it too.
Yeah, he was. So y'all check his brand out. Some real dope stuff.
I feel like I'm smiling so big because I'm so glad to be on these microphones. It is.
Angela really loved the way she sound on the mic, y'all.
I mean, I do. Sometimes when I hear the playback, I'm like, but most times I'm all right with it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. Man, let's jump right into it. I don't even know. I got my tissue over here. Me and Angela, I told her, I was like, we need to cut this. We need to cut this shit on and talk, man. That's why we here. We here to just be living our truth and, you know.
Because, like, first of all, we haven't been here. It's been only a week. It feel like it's, for me, it feel like
it been a long been needing it.
Even though we be trapping off camera,
yes,
like daily for the most part, if either one of us is feeling like answering the phone, because sometimes it be like that.
It do. I was that nigga.
I
this
be
weekend.
Like that too, girl.
I do. I be knowing too. I don't be fucking with you like that when
look. I'll call and like if you don't answer, I just be like, okay, she hit me back. But
yeah.
You know,
you getting your little shit too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But what else? Oh, I wanted to give a special shout out to a homie of mine who told me yesterday that they were like, if you have a reoccurring listener, it's me.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
who is that? Shout out to homie
out to Ashley Muse.
What up, Ashley?
And she is like, they were like, they were painting one night over a canvas, and they made it blank, and they painted over and was like writing stuff. And the next morning they looked at it and they realized like everything, they were listening to our podcast while they were creating that night.
Ashley, we need to get Ashley on the pod
for sure.
Damn, Ashley, we love that. Thank you, Ashley.
It's like little stuff like that.
Shout out to her for sure.
Encouraging,
and we have a lot of other loyal listeners as well. So we appreciate them as well for sticking in there with us.
Yeah. So like, share, like all of those things help us. It helps the rhythm, the algorithm.
The algorithm.
I heard somebody say that yesterday. I was on YouTube. He was like, share, subscribe, all that, and he was like, it helps the algorithms for people to find us. So when you do stuff like that for any small businesses that you enjoy listening to and all of that, it helps them. So, you know, I appreciate that.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, we were discussing offline. I felt like this was a good opportunity for us to bring it back, bring it on the camera, because this might be a conversation that might be, not only helpful for us, but, helpful for our listeners, because that's why we here. But I was just crying. You see goddamn tissue in my hand. I was just crying to Angela. I've been going through it this weekend. As a single mother, it's really, really hard sometimes. It's hard, y'all. And so shout out to all my single moms out there. And when I say single, this is not to offend, fathers that show up in their kids' life. But what the fuck I'm talking about is you primarily the one, goddamn it, your child is gonna hit up when some shit go wrong. They gonna you the one. You hear that? You the one. Daddy, pappy might be around, or but you the one. Mm-hmm. They know they looking for. So
we were talking about you being like, or us pouring into ourselves and being tired of being the only person, that is you're pouring into yourself. And I was saying to Keisha that maybe that's what it is to be in love with yourself. It's like you have to go through those things of feeling like you really want somebody to like, well, I don't want to say see you or pour into you.
When she said, so she said those key words that hit me, and it's like, when motherfuckers speaking the truth, because it just do something to you in the center, in your spiritual heart, just do something, be pumping a little different. But she said pour into you, and I was like, whoa, like that just hit me somewhere different, because I be needing that, y'all. Sometimes I was telling Angela, like, pouring into me, I do that shit. I feel like I'm doing that shit all the time, and I get, so it's heavy. It gets heavy and it's tiring, trying to like motivate yourself every day to get up and handle your business as a mother, and putting yourself last, so that you can make sure somebody else is first. That is taxing. And so when she said pour in to yourself, I was like, that shit hit me, man. I started crying, because it's like I said, sometimes I don't even have the strength to do that. It's like you want somebody else to do it for you.
Yeah.
And you were giving some good gems when I said that.
But I was also saying, like, we want somebody to, be there for us, to help us do that. And then that's on us to get to the other side of where, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I love myself. I'm my own bitch. I am that bitch. I guess that's what.
Yeah, you had said that. Like, talk about the scenario when you was hanging out and shout out Black ATL. Is that what it's called? Black ATL,
Black right? BLAQ.ATL on Instagram. It's a queer meetup, basically, on every first and third Sunday at Piedmont Park. If you follow the IG, you can see all the goodness.
They blowing up, y'all.
Yeah, it's like the third meetup, but it's just a beautiful space. And yesterday I went out there and met some beautiful folks. And I was telling Keisha that, on the way out there, because I've been doing work around like my own loving myself more. I wasn't like going out there thinking, oh, what the honey's about to be looking like out here, and all of that. I'm just like, I'm not, it don't matter. Like, I'm going out there, I got on this, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable most of the time, but I might do a little razzle dazzle a little bit more, but it don't matter. Like, I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna sleep out here if I want. Like, I just want to be outside, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna support and I'm gonna show up. And
you just being Angela.
Yeah,
you were enough.
Yeah, but it's funny because this week though was challenging for me. But the funny thing is, I can't really remember why.
Damn.
But I know I talked to you a couple of times this week.
Yeah.
But I really can't remember why. That's crazy.
My ass can't fucking rightly remember either. I feel like we always talking goddamn about plenty of shit. Like, when we goddamn go unconscious is what we call it.
Going unconscious. Like, we could talk about that. Because that's what it be.
Exactly.
But I definitely, I was like being very excited to be on the pod today to talk about this stuff and to talk about the challenges that I had throughout this last week. Oh, I remember when I went to Columbus. I went home, y'all, see my mom for Mother's Day. I'm from Columbus, Georgia. And I was just, one day I woke up and it was really hard for me to just even get out of bed. And I was like, I feel depressed. Like, I was bored. And I also felt a lot of shame and guilt around like my life and where I am and the things that I don't have, things that I want to have. And also at the same time feeling bad because I wanted to be able to enjoy my mom. Like, these moments that I have with my family and my mother are precious. You don't. And so I upset because I'm like, why am I in this space where I can't even fucking enjoy my mother because I'm in my feelings about whatever that really don't even really truly really does not matter.
Absolutely.
It's not that serious.
So at that time you had to pour into yourself. What do you think some of the things, I know we definitely spoke.
Yeah,
Because
you
I
helped
remember
me,
that
dog. I
conversation.
called your ass.
I remember that conversation.
Eventually, yeah, you helped me. And what did you tell me? You said
Shit, a lot of that
that's
stuff you came to your mind though. Like what you just saying now. How conscious you was.
Mhm.
That's God. How conscious you was when you came back and was like, why am I even feeding into
yeah.
these thoughts when
Mhm.
I should be here enjoying the present moment with my
Mhm.
mother?
Yeah.
That's one thing that was big for me when you said that.
Yeah. And you told me that you were like, you were like, that's okay. That's okay. And sometimes, look, I realize you gotta have a trap now. Okay.
Damn, that's a gem right there.
No, real talk.
That's a gem.
You gotta have a trap now.
That's a gem. You got so when we talking about pouring into self, y'all, for one, it's okay to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You said that shit. Recognizing your thoughts.
Mhm.
And goddamn having somebody to talk to, being connected.
You got. You have to.
Damn.
People don't. I listen to a lot of folks. Not too many people I listen to. I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of more people to listen to, but nobody that I listen to talks about the importance of having a person that you can go to and talk to about things. I mean,
Absolutely.
maybe they do. That's why that's a therapist, probably.
Or yeah, it may because maybe some people out here that don't have. I was telling Angela like I know she the homie, and I got other friends too. But sometimes majority of the time I just feel secluded in by myself, and I feel like a lot of times that could be my mind playing into my thoughts and me secluding myself from others because and I mean not to say you do need your personal time. I think you do definitely need that one-on-one time with yourself, but it's okay to reach out. Like Angela called me a couple times this weekend, and I was on that bullshit. I wasn't trying to answer the phone or nothing
No,
like that. You
we
know
had
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
conversation. I think Friday for a minute, so that was after Friday it was like I'm clocked out, bitch. No, it was Saturday actually. It was
I
Saturday.
think it was Friday.
Cause the last time you were taking
Yeah, I was on that
Kayla to the
shit.
dance, and then
I
I
was
talked to you
out
that
there.
you went and got you something to drink. You had called me back. You got you a little. You went to CVS.
Yeah.
Call me back. You like I'm gonna hit you back, and then that was
Yeah.
tapped out. That was
Bitch,
Saturday.
ain't
Dog.
no telling, dog. We had a good little minute, but like you said, being connected. But where were you going with that? You were saying you listening to people and you're not sure. I forget where you was going with
No,
that.
I was just saying, you do have to have a
Yeah,
trapping partner.
yeah,
This is what we doing. Cause
yeah.
trapping, y'all know trapping is just basically like I like to call it staying prayed up. You gotta keep your mind in right thinking. You gotta keep your mind and knowing what the truth is
Absolutely.
and remembering that because your mind is conditioned. It's just a memory, a keeper of the past, a past memory. So you have to keep your mind in a different place.
In the present, it's a
Yeah,
keep.
yeah,
It's a keeper of past, present, and goddamn future. If you
yeah,
think about it,
yeah.
it could be. It go off on a tangent
Yeah,
all alone.
yeah, but it go off on a tangent to the things that you're conditioned. You know, the present, you not really shit. I'm like, is the presence consciousness or is it? Yeah, it's consciousness. But yeah, your mind is just remembering the past. It's your past thinking like, oh shit, this happened yesterday, which yesterday don't exist no more. This gonna happen tomorrow. Well, you don't fucking know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Nah, but sometimes we get caught up thinking about the future as well, thinking a lot of stuff. Like I I get caught up like that.
That's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
just.
saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
you think tomorrow, and but we go unconscious. It's like why do we be in these great spaces of like I don't know shit, and then back to
yeah. Back to that
oh
bullshit again.
shit, what's gonna happen tomorrow or
Yeah,
next week?
yeah.
Well, that don't matter because it does not exist right now.
True.
The thing is like how to you just have to like I was saying keep trapping, like keep staying prayed up about that, staying in the present moment.
That shit require discipline.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I noticed too. I, I'm working on that shit, Angela. I'm not a very disciplined person. God
Thank you for
damn, that
sharing.
hurt the
I'm not.
goddamn. That goddamn hurt to
I'm
say
not.
that shit.
I'm not either.
Damn, damn.
Speak your truth, like you tell me. Speak your
Yeah,
truth.
that's part of my truth, y'all. I'm not a very disciplined person. not in my goddamn thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
not in, with goddamn money.
Yeah.
It's discipline seemed to be the theme of the season for me in my life in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And do you want to be more
I
disciplined?
do. I want to be more disciplined. I want to be more disciplined in my prayer life.
What do you think the first important place of discipline would be?
Um, you know what? That's a good question. You mentioned something like showing up for myself. First of all, that's a good spot to be disciplined in.
I would say for me it would be like devotion.
Heck, yeah, yeah, showing up and pouring in to myself and staying 10 toes down in that. Like sometimes that shit, like I was saying, it's rough because you want another motherfucker to do it. I can't do this. Like, look at, I know for real. I feel like that sometimes. That might just be my personal truth, but
But how do we let go of that resistance though? Because you are the person to do it.
exactly.
And you
That's
really
all there
probably
is.
don't want somebody else to do it because they not going to do it the way that you want it to be done because you're coming from a place of wanting that, or I don't necessarily want to say you coming from a place of lack because I think you
I
kind
think you should say that.
of
I think that's what it is.
okay. Because I feel
Solid.
like, well, when I think about that, it makes me think about what you tell me about you being married and you wanting something, and it was from a place of lack. But I feel like you kind of you've understood that, so it's not coming
Yeah.
from necessarily that type of place
Yeah.
anymore. But even still, you wanting somebody you don't really want that. It's like saying I don't want to. I just want to do it. I just want it to be done. When really we want to go through the process.
Yeah.
We don't want the shit to just fucking happen. Cause then what? It's not fun.
Hell, nah. And then
It's not a life. That's not a life, actually.
nah. I got something came off the top of my dome when you were saying that, especially when you were mentioning my marriage before. I did get caught up in that trap of wanting somebody to just do it for me, and like you said, we know that shit ain't real because coming from a place of lack, and that's what you gonna get. You going into a situation coming from that perspective, you gonna get more of it for sure. But what was I gonna say? Damn, it was on the tip of my tongue.
You were saying that when I was talking about coming from a place of lack and you not wanting somebody to do it for you, and
not knowing how to do it.
Okay.
That came not knowing how to pour into yourself, not knowing where to start,
Ooh.
or feeling, goddamn, I need to be fixed. Like something's wrong with me.
This makes that I don't know why this made me think about Janelle Monáe was on Angie Martinez's podcast and she was reading off affirmations that she has in her phone and she was like, it's okay to be a beginner. It's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay to be, just a novice.
Yeah. So, well, or it's okay to, it's nothing wrong with you. Mm-hmm. For one, just accepting yourself for who. Can you genuinely accept yourself with all your flaws and everything like that? I feel like for me, I don't.
I mean, a lot of my turmoil comes from my
not turmoil. Goddamn nice words she put out there.
That it comes from money. For me, it always be like money.
Me too.
So, but that's not a flaw. That I like how you said that because I don't think that's a flaw. But the shit now, the Bible I believe might say that it's somebody say something about like lack or poverty is a sin.
The Bible say that.
Okay.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, all right. I thought you were confirming. I thought you were confirming for me.
That shit felt good for a minute when you thought I was confirming. You was like, oh yeah, I got that shit.
Okay.
No, I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't.
You coming
know.
with something I don't.
Can y'all let us know?
Here,
do y'all know
in my head
that?
right now, I don't hear it. Normally, I hear Jesus talking to me. Sometimes I had a Madea moments. I don't hear him talking.
Hearing that.
That don't mean you ain't right.
But I know it's somewhere.
Okay. All right then. Yeah.
That that is a sin to be in poverty.
Okay.
So then that makes me think about a flaw. We talk about flaws, so in accepting, but that would be the one thing I don't accept, and I don't want to accept that
What? What don't you want to accept?
the lack, like or not having. I do have enough.
Mm.
I do have enough,
Okay.
and sometimes it don't feel like it.
Mm.
But
Do you feel
ultimately,
like that in itself is a flaw?
what?
What you're saying, like I have enough, but then sometimes I don't feel like I have enough.
Yes, that
Like
would be a
that
flaw.
that back and forth right there.
That would
What
be a
you what
flaw.
Angela call it, being double minded.
Being double minded,
Yeah.
that would be a flaw. That's why I feel like I literally be double minded, but I feel like my needs be met, but they just be met.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where's the exceedingly and abundantly? I'm looking for that.
So can you accept that about yourself though? The fact that you double minded? I'm double minded in a motherfucker.
So
So let me just put that out
do I
there.
need to so that I can get over it?
No, I'm
Like,
well, I was just asking. I feel like we don't went off on a tangent, but we were talking about pouring in. But I was just saying, I know you mentioned the Janelle Monáe thing, saying it's okay to be a beginner, and then I was saying, well, shit, I guess it's okay to like accept your I can't accept myself for my flaw. I don't know where the fuck we was going with this shit.
but you know what?
I don't
think,
know.
Well, we going somewhere good. Y'all following us?
Shit,
I know y'all
are we following you?
Are you following?
Nigga,
You
a little
not?
bit.
I was in it, girl.
Come on.
But I think no, you have to accept. You have to accept everything. That's. I feel like being content. It's part of contentment. Be content and be grateful for where you are and what you have. Just being present. That's what it is.
Okay. That hit me somewhere. Like I feel like that's a part of my personal struggles though, is that it's a lot about myself that I don't accept. It's a lot that I do, but it's a lot that I damn don't. And that's a struggle.
Well, then my question would be, how can you accept those things?
I think part of it is what you just said, like being in the present moment and just looking at myself and knowing like this is who I am. Like this is, and I'm enough. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why that's such a big challenge for me, but I think I get hung up on the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Shit like that, and I let my fucking mind fuck with me in those areas.
Yeah.
But
then the shoulda, coulda, wouldas is like the past.
Exactly. Like you were just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I just think that we have to just stay trapping like this. You have to stay in your thoughts.
Disciplined.
Yeah. And these conversations help. Listening to things help because it's otherwise your mind, you have to take control of your mind.
Yeah.
Your mind be having control over you. You're going to be thinking
that's so good,
all
Angela.
of these things over and over and over again. Like your mind is just conditioned from thinking about, oh, I don't have this, or I don't look good, or I need more of this, I want this, I don't, how am I going to do this? And it's not really thinking like, I'm so beautiful, I'm so fucking fine, I'm sexy, I'm smart, I'm intelligent,
Yeah,
I'm creative,
yeah,
I got good like
or for those, I'm a great mother. Or it's okay to want a break. It's okay to want some me time, alone time, stuff like that.
What else?
Shit, you want me to just keep talking, goddamn? I don't know. What else?
What can you affirm? But, I have beautiful features, then we get into the affirmations that might not seem to be quite true.
What?
Like, I'm a millionaire. Like those things, but we can get into that another time with affirmations and talking about like, should you say affirmations that are like so far out of what you can't see it?
Yeah.
And do you really believe that you speaking more of things that you can
actually believe
right now versus
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for trapping with us today.
Yeah. And
Where can they catch us at, Angela?
y'all can find us on Instagram and on YouTube
For sure.
at Trappin With Gods. No G because we the G's.
You the G.
Yup. And TikTok too. Y'all, we doing a little bit of something over there.
For sure.
And like, comment, subscribe, and share, because it helps the rhythms.
Absolutely. And it helps us let us know. It helps let us know that y'all are digging what we talking about as well.
For sure.
So, yeah. All right, for sure. We'll tune in with us next time.
All right.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.